Sunday, requested the mayor and council to join Union Church for a 7:30 service. Mayor Willard Miller, also a church member, urged everyone to attend. They were gathered to celebrate the Battle of Stalingrad, where the last of the German Sixth Army surrendered. During that year, Ship Bottom had discussed staked flounder fishing in the bay, where fishing boats could anchor safely. A local lumber company, Newberry, on 8th Street and the Circle was trying to secure a work project to manufacture parachute seats, which would provide local jobs. The town sent a representative to Amherst College in Massachusetts to attend the 10th Class War Department Civilian Protection School and learned about combating the effects of gas bombs, methods of self-aid, health emergency welfare, and the air raid warden services. The course included gas mask instruction, cleansing of contaminants, detection and analysis of gas, safeguarding of information, prevention of panic, attacks on cities, meteorology, the organization of local defenses, and more. This is how real and how close this felt. Now, the second part of this presentation is Bob Wick. Dave Murdoch said about Bob Wick, when he had come to know Bob and Nancy at Manahawkin Baptist Church. Bob had been there in the 70s and married Nancy, who was a teacher at Lighthouse Christian Academy. In Dave's words, Bob was pretty amazing and instrumental in both the public television and radio broadcasting of Dave's sermons on both WJRZ and WYRS. As many of you know, Bob continues Christian broadcasting today on radio for people of all ages.
We all know how churches have influenced people. Well, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this church, because Mom and Dad met each other here. And going back to the 40s, that's when they first met. And then a year or so ago in the bulletin, there was a picture of Mom and Dad up here. Well, this platform wasn't here, but dedicating Bill and me. And behind us, which you can't see, there's a mural that I still remember from a kid. It's Psalm 107:23, where it says, "Those who go down to the sea in ships, who do business on great waters, they see the works of the Lord and his wonders of the deep." Apparently, it had deteriorated so much that they couldn't fix it, so it's still here. And that's what it says. So Mom and Dad met in the 40s, we got dedicated here in the 50s, and then moving into the 70s when I came down here permanently. Over there, before the new building was built, was still remaining a one-room building that was part of the camp, I guess. And on Saturday nights, a bunch of us youths would get together for Lighthouse Fellowship. And I'm looking for Linda and Lori, but they were part of the Lighthouse Fellowship. I think Bobby was. Steve was there. A lot of good memories from there. And actually, with the gang, some real foundational seeds were sown. And what is really cool is to look back over decades and they're still serving the Lord. And there are individuals like Scotty Ackland, and Bernie Godbold was a big part of that. I can still hear him here and over at Manahawkin every summer coming and talking about CSSM. He was always plugging CSSM. But Lighthouse Fellowship really was foundational for a lot of us till this day. And my memories here go back to Dwayne Johnson, Gary Moore, Denny Barger, and then Alex, and then Dave, and Dan. So there's a lot of good memories here. A sidebar, LCA had a gathering a number of years ago, and they were talking about the history of Manahawkin Baptist Church, and in the audience was Althea Frederickson. Well, they're doing all of this history, and after that I picked up, I said, you know what, Althea, I have no recollection from the 60s and back, but she's just there like this, knowing all of it. And there's a lot of history here that none of us know, because none of us are 100. Mom's 97, but she wasn't, she'll be 97 next week. But you really need to look at the history here. It's important that you know not just what this church stands for today, but what it has stood for in the past. And it has weathered a lot of storms, not just Sandy. But thanks be to the Lord and to the people that have been here, that is here today, and who knows, maybe they'll be here 100 years from now. So, and looking at a packed audience, everybody here has some story that they could tell about how Grace, formerly Union Church, has affected their lives. And Linda, you've done an unbelievable job. Anybody who's done research and production can appreciate all the work that's going into this, and we really credit you for all the work that you've done.